Just make sure it's zoned for a parking lot. Yeah.
I like daisies.
Call you back. So do I.
Oh.
2 cosmopolitans, please.
Toxitonic, please.
Oh yeah, well, 2 of those.
Okay. So you work at an IHOP.
Yeah, well, that makes it sound like I'm a busboy. You know, that makes it sound like I mop the kitchen, and that makes it sound like I'm a waiter. You know, 2 cosmopolitans, please. You like cosmopolitans?
Actually, a toxitonic, please.
Oh well, then yeah, two of those.
You're not gonna forget.
You know, some guys are into like famous art, and some guys are into cars and motorcycles. I'm into syrup, like crazy into syrup. Syrup is fantastic. It's also a metaphor for life. You know, it's like you. Oh, this is fun. You're gonna like this. Take a smell. Tell me what you smell.
Maple.
Yeah, good. And
Syrup.
right, good one. Not bad for a novice. It's got a top note of anise, but there's a base note there of guava, of hazelnut, yeah, of apricot. Yeah, picked
Oh,
up-
I missed it.
Yeah, it's easy to miss. You have to have a very advanced palate to pick
Yeah.
up the,
Can I have one of these?
subtle. Yeah. So I got this in Georgia because apricot's not just the peach state. You know, apricots are all over Georgia. I've got a syrup actually that has a Vidalia onion. They make it in Fiji. I picked it up down in South America last year. Yeah, I got that in India. It's really good. I travel with this one a lot because it's kind of a conversation starter, you know. And he's like, "I've got syrup. What kind? Maple?" Everybody says maple. You know, not that I'm picking on you because you're just a beginner, but everybody says maple. Thank God, cliche. You know, if I wanted to hang out with cliche people, I just stayed in Utah. Now this. This is like a little bit of sunshine in a flask, you know what I'm talking about? I treat it like opium. Sometimes you take a little nip off of it, you know, like I'm an old wino from an old movie or something. Yes, let us talk about toppings. Excellent question. Why wouldn't there be IHOPs in Greece? I haven't seen one pancake house at all. And I think the Greeks would love them. I had a pancake with artichoke hearts in it one time. This was in Brazil. The kids love them. Anything you can make a face out of on top of a pancake, I can sell you 3 franchises in an hour, you know? Every country in the world, every culture in history has had some kind of pancake. And to go along with that, hand in glove, syrup, right? You gotta have syrup if you're gonna have pancakes. Sometimes you have syrup without pancakes. I mean, simple syrup that you make drinks out of and stuff like that. Or you can make syrup as a base for a cake or some kind of pastry. Flan, you ever had flan? You ever had flan? You ever had flan? Flan's good, yeah. I use all kind of caramel-based syrups for that kind of stuff. Jackson Pollock had a niece who threw syrup up against easels and canvases. And waffles. All the Bavarian countries, all the Germanic countries, all the Teutonic countries have a waffle, right? And they don't get called that. They all get lumped in as Belgian. That always bothered me. I thought that was kind of unfair to all the other Teutonics. Archaeobotanists have found trace amounts of a complex sugar in Stonehenge. You know what that is? Druid syrup. Syrup has been around since the beginning of man. Everybody thinks, oh, it just comes in a bottle. Have you ever dressed up like Mrs. Butterworth?